Me, or do I need to scoot?
Mike's good? Okay.
Welcome, everyone, to the Mountain Valley News live stream of the 2024 Rainsville Christmas Parade. We're so excited to bring this magical event straight to your screens, and we're thrilled to have you here with us. The streets are lined with lights, the air is filled with holiday cheer, and we are ready to celebrate the season together. Introducing your hosts. Joining us tonight are two of our favorites, Whitney Tinker, your guide to all the festive floats and holiday fun. David Marks, bringing his warm charm and sharp commentary to keep the celebration bright. They'll take you through every twinkle and sparkle of this year's incredible parade. So grab your hot cocoa, cozy up, and enjoy the show. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing from our viewers. And don't forget to share the stream so your friends and family can join the fun too. The Rainsville Christmas Parade starts now. Let's make it merry and bright together.
That's definitely fiction.
And hello, everyone, and good evening. I'm David Marks, and you are joining Mountain Valley News Live for the 2024 Rainsville Christmas Parade. I'm happily joined by Miss Whitney Tinker. Whitney, how are you?
Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very good.
I'm cold.
It is very, very cold, as most of you know. If you are home and you are warm, congratulations. You thought ahead. But if you're not and you're out here joining us, we're so glad that you are. We want to let you know that as we live stream tonight, we will cut away to the parade, and there will be the audio and the video
It being this cold in early December
No.
in the years past. Like this is cold for early December in Northeast Alabama.
So if it's going to be this cold, don't you wish it just would go ahead and snow,
I
right?
do.
Just
I have and let us.
Valley News did a great job trying to hedge us in and keep us as warm as possible, but they're also, please feel free to share this to other people. So you may know of someone who has small children and they don't want to get them out in the cold. Well, let them watch it right here live on Mountain Valley News.
Absolutely.
So as we go through tonight, there will be advertisers that will be here on the video, and we want to make sure that we thank those advertisers. So as we're scrolling along and you're listening to us say jargon at some point in time, and we're just speaking, trying to keep our mouths warm, then we want you to make sure that you see those advertisers and that you patronize those businesses, because their advertising dollars help us to stay live and help us to provide this content to you, people of Rainsville, DeKalb County, or wherever you may be watching from. All right, so as we're seeing ahead, we are actually looking towards the crossing, and we don't see anything yet. I do think they have traffic stopped. We started a little later this year because we wanted to make sure that we just sit here and ramble on forever, because that does happen. But before we get there, I do have always questions I love to ask, and I know we've done this year after year, but there may be someone who doesn't know, so I have to ask Whitney, what is your favorite thing about Christmas?
My favorite thing about Christmas. It's changed a lot over the years as I've gotten older. When I was a kid, it definitely used to be the presents, and obviously opening up the presents and the gift giving and all of that. But I think for me, my favorite thing about Christmas now is just being able to be with family and just still being just so blessed to have everybody here with us and healthy and happy and just getting together and eating and just playing outside, even though it's cold, and with my nieces and nephews. So that's just usually my favorite thing about Christmas. And time off of work is always nice.
That's always kind of a nice break. What about as a child? Can you remember one gift that just really stood out in your mind? I loved this gift when I was a child or younger.
Yes.
I wouldn't put you on the spot or anything like that. So
I remember when I got old enough to start appreciating getting clothes. That was always fun, getting new clothes, around 12, 13 years old. Those usually stand out to me as
okay.
Yeah.
I could take that as a win, I guess. I wouldn't be that person. I can remember 1989, Mom and Dad, if you're watching, Nintendo Entertainment Systems. I guess I dated myself a little bit with that. I'm so
we're
excited.
All getting old, baby.
That's a little bit of my nerd self coming out too, though. So, so you mentioned spending time with family. Of course, we always do want to remember what this season is all about, and of course, I'm very thankful, not to try to overshadow that. Family, so much time, but just thankful for what Christmas means to us, and that we get to share our faith with people. And of course, you're probably like me. You remember singing at church and everything else, hanging with the green type ceremonies.
Yes.
There's always so much that's special about Christmas, and it's just something that other people in the world probably couldn't understand the way that we celebrate, especially maybe even other parts of our country here in the South, the way that we do that. So just really thankful that we get to do that.
Go ahead and tell everybody what your favorite Christmas movie is.
Well, I have to say Christmas Vacation is my favorite Christmas movie. I'm not saying this. This is not a quote from me. But someone at the lunch table the other day at work told me that you can't trust somebody who doesn't quote that movie 10 times before Christmas gets here. So if you have a friend and they quote Christmas Vacation, that's a true friend.
Well, listen, I don't know. You may not can trust me or not, because I can only quote portions of it. But I want you to know I didn't watch the movie fully all the way through until about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I was a late bloomer to the Christmas vacation train, but I'm on it now. On it. I love it. I will definitely watch it at least once or twice this month.
It's one of those things that when you watch the movie and you think this has been funny, it has its funny moments, it can't get any better. There comes Cousin Eddie, and I think that we can all relate to that, because some people have Cousin Eddie in their family. Our family is pretty much loaded with them. So
Are you the Cousin Eddie?
I may be to some degree, yes. It's always nice to tell other people when they're spending their own money, get yourself something really nice, Clark. So that's always something good. So
if they haven't told you you're Cousin Eddie, you might be.
You might be, yep. So a little self-awareness there. Is that what you're saying? All right.
I'm just teasing.
So, what about you? What's your favorite movie?
Well, now that I've seen that one's definitely on the list. Elf is definitely a Christmas favorite of mine. I don't even know what year it came out, but that one's always been just so hilarious to me. And I think I told you this a couple of years ago. It's not your classic Christmas movie, but it's set in Christmas. It's Babes in Toyland. Do you remember that movie?
This Keanu Reeves.
Yes, Drew Barrymore when she was like 13 or 14, and it's set in Christmas, and then she has the accident and she has the dream about going to Toyland, but it's at Christmas time. So it's not your typical like Christmas movie. It's set at Christmas time, if that makes sense.
Was the toy soldiers, weren't they?
Yes, the toy soldiers.
They were the bad guys, right?
Yes,
something like
they
that.
were.
So one thing I remember about being a younger child or younger is my sister watched that movie on a loop.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it is so good.
So I definitely know that one.
It's just one of those feel good fuzzy type movies that I love.
I think that's part of what from time to time as an adult, as we get older, we feel like we lose a little bit of that innocence maybe.
Yes.
And we don't have that. And of course with media and everything the way it is now, everything's so instant. You waited to watch those movies.
Yes.
And they bring back good memories. There's no doubt about that.
They do.
So you had Christmas Vacation, Elf.
I named like 3.
Babes in Toyland.
Babes in Toyland. I would probably say Babes in Toyland is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
This may be kind of one of those out of left field, but Christmas with the Cranks, I really enjoy that movie.
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, Tim Allen is in that. I would definitely recommend watching Christmas with the Cranks. So if you're putting a list together, Mom and Dad, some of these may be for you. Christmas Vacation definitely being one of those. But there's a part of me that still is like an inner child, and so like I remember as a kid watching all of the Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph, and I knew life was going to get good.
Yes.
When those started coming on TV.
The one they started coming on TV.
Because you knew school was about to get out.
Yeah.
So you were out of school.
Yeah.
So that was always a good indicator. So
absolutely.
Well, to Whitney's expertise more than mine, I'm going to take us to another category while we're waiting on the parade to come down the road. Favorite Christmas song?
I can answer that one hands down. Oh Holy Night.
Okay. All right. Mary, did you know is it in there?
Yes, I do love. I've sang "Mary Did You Know" over the years. I used to sing it when I was a kid, and I've sung it a couple times as an adult. But I just still think "Oh Holy Night" is my favorite, just because it encompasses the spirit of Christmas and what it's actually about, birth of the Savior.
I love it. Okay, that's awesome. Not that it's necessarily so. Here I'm going to be pulling in the secular side of it, but I have to just say, from my raising and from my favorite music, Christmas in Dixie is one of my favorites. I just always want to hear that song every year.
Nothing wrong with that.
But then I'm also like one of these that I will put on like the R&B Christmas hits from the 60s and 70s. So, because I like to play it on the loop.
Yeah.
So there's so much about Christmas that's great. And two, Sleigh Ride by the Boston Pops is one of my favorites. I'm not sure.
I've never heard of that. If you've heard that song, drop it in the comments and let us know, or let David know.
Let me know, yes, because Sleigh Ride by the Boston, it's all instrumental.
By the Boston Pops. Okay.
Yes. So it's all instrumental. That's going to be more.
Maybe I have heard it. Maybe if I heard it, it would. No pun intended. Ring a bell.
Ring a bell, right? So, favorite part, is when they have, and I don't know, you people that do band may know this, but they have this device. It's like 2 2x4s is what I would call it, that they slap together to make the whip sound. My favorite part of the whole song. I don't know why.
2x4s. I don't know
what
it's something.
It's not a 2x4, but it's something like that.
Oh, my blanket's falling off here.
So Christmas is just such a fun time. You have the lights. You have, of course, the time with family. We do, of course, always remember our faith and what it's all about. And remember that we celebrate this holiday because of Jesus.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's just a great time of year. And that's why we give gifts, because of the 3 wise men and everything that took place there in Bethlehem. And I remember as a child also, like walking out at Christmas time and looking for the star, like thinking I was going to see it every year. I don't know why I would do that, but Christmas is just a magical time, and it is a great time. So we hope that you get to spend it with your family. We hope that you get to remember the true meaning of Christmas. And we also hope that you get to enjoy some Christmas music and movies.
Absolutely. Speaking of the true meaning of Christmas, I want to ask you, and I'm sure you know this. This is something I have realized in my adult life and studying Scripture and the Christmas story. In your typical nativity, when you have the wise men staring at baby Jesus, that's actually not correct. Do you know why?
he would have been older, maybe more like 2 years
He
old.
would have been about 2.5, maybe
Years old.
3
Yeah.
years old before they were able to get to him.
To journey to him.
To him. So if you have a nativity, take your wise men and sit them over here so they can have a little more time.
They're on the way.
They're not quite there to see the newborn baby.
So what you're telling me is that the Tesla did not get them there.
The Tesla failed them.
Maybe they should have taken a plane. I don't know.
Yeah, Jesus would have been a toddler.
So I do think it's amazing. If I lose my hat, folks, the glare from my bald head may outshine everything. So we're just trying to stay warm tonight. But yeah, that is pretty interesting. And I'm trying to remember some of the other parts of the Christmas story too. If we can call it the nativity story,
yes.
Is that there was there's one group, is it the shepherds, that they think that sometimes in nativity scenes we have a set number, but there's actually not a known number.
Probably.
The wise men we know were in 3, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay, and I'm leaning on Whitney to tell me the correct answer here. But then the shepherds, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
So,
but yeah, we definitely
awesome.
The 3 wise men.
Awesome. So again, we want to welcome you if you've just joined us here on Mountain Valley News. We want you to like the Facebook page. If you haven't done so, also do North Jackson Press. Go in there and like those Facebook pages. We are live streaming the Rainsville Christmas Parade, brought to you by all of our sponsors that will be scrolling across on the banner at the bottom of the screen. We want to thank those sponsors for the contributions they make, not only to Mountain Valley News, but also to the community and everyone else. So patronize those local businesses. That's very important that we do that. They keep the lights on and they let us do things like tonight's show.
Yeah.
We also want to thank Mr. Muck for providing us with coffee tonight because it is necessary.
So, I can't even hold. I'm shaking holding my cup up.
We want to also thank. Hey, if you're coming by through the area, I think that Scooters has some coffee out here for us. So Scooters, thank you for the coffee.
Scooters,
yes,
awesome.
So thank you for the coffee. That is the lifeblood of how I live every day. That's what I drink all the time. So
I do. I made a bold statement a couple of weeks ago. I like Scooters better than Starbucks.
Oh, wow.
I will not argue. Monk is agreeing with me. I will not argue. Scooters beats Starbucks.
What's your favorite Scooters drink?
I like to do it's a hot latte, and I do the toffee nut syrup with almond milk.
Okay.
That has been my go-to.
That sounds like a pretty strong equation for ingredients.
It's a girly drink. It's not girly coffee, but it is. And I've also had the sugar cookie latte, I think is what it is, and it's really good too. But the toffee nut is my go-to.
Hands down favorite.
Yes.
Okay, and you drink. Yes. It's not cold; it's hot.
It is hot. You can get it cold, and you can get it blended.
Okay. What is blended?
Kind of like a frosty type.
Okay. Is there ice chunks in there, like it's crushed ice, maybe? Okay.
Yeah, more of like a frosty consistency.
I drink black coffee, so that doesn't.
And you don't, so it wouldn't do you. I wouldn't be good to ask you what is your Scooters order.
It would be black coffee every time.
Coffee.
Yes, but they do have all kind of flavors and all kind of great things. I'm sure those of you who patronize, so make sure that you do patronize Scooters. We are getting very close. I can hear the marching band. I'm not sure where from. And folks, we will try to just let you listen in to the sounds and of the season of this parade and let you enjoy it when they get here. Again, we want to thank you. Like and subscribe to the Facebook page. Hey, if you want to stay up to date on the news in DeKalb and Jackson County, give Mountain Valley Newspaper a call. You can find their number on their website at mountainvalleynewspaper.com. or at northjacksonpress.com. Give them a call and subscribe because they still do the traditional paper subscription. They also do the online editions too. You can actually get on their website and you can actually see the paper edition on the website itself. So they have a lot of things going there, a lot of good things.
Dare I say this is a school marching band approaching us?
I think you're right. So we have to be getting pretty close. Kids, we hope you get bags full of candy. Folks, we will be back with you to wrap things up as soon as the parade is over. I think that Santa is maybe going to be there. I've heard rumors.
Oh, no.
I've heard rumors, so we'll see.
Oh,
so, folks, we hope that you enjoy the sounds of the parade and the sights of the parade. We will be back here with you as soon as the parade concludes here at Mountain Valley Newspaper and North Jackson Press.
Enjoy.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, toys in every store. But the prettiest sight